2. Welcome here at Albert Park, Melbourne, Australia for round 2 of midweek racing. And joining me as always, Springbok Gamer.
Hey, yeah, Johan, thanks. Let's try again. Track that I sort of have a love-hate relationship. Should be an easy track, but in practice can easily catch you out. Especially there, sector 3, that fast chicane left, right. You get it, you put the wheels on the wrong curb, and that's the end of your race in an instant.
Of course, biggest thing is just like you said now, coming into sector 3, that fast sweeping chicane. Caught many guys out before and will always do.
Yeah, that has been the scene of basically most of my DNFs on this track. Like I said, it's a track that asks different questions. It's fast, it's flowing, but you can easily end your race in an instant. It's fast, it's flowing.
Okay, cool. Just checking our stream, we are definitely live. It didn't bomb again on us. I'm not sure what happened there. Why we initially got bombed out, but anyway, we are definitely live and already to people watching.
Yeah, so short qualifying, it's all down to this qualifying session. No more the full qualifying as in the previous seasons. So no cat and mouse and sandbag and this bag and that bag games. All comes down to this one session.
Because some people can actually cement bag, never mind sandbag. Yeah, a couple of guys already out there on hot laps. A couple of guys still in the pits. A nice good grid actually. 17 drivers tonight.
Yeah. Now some guys have been caught out by this lockdown. Rig's not where it should be, and having various difficulties, some of them ISP issues that can't get sorted until we're back into normality. So stuff that seemed like so easy to get a couple of weeks ago, now imagine if your modem has issues, you can't get a replacement, so difficult to feel the full grid.
Market provision fastest with a 1:21.2. Of course, still just under 14 minutes to go. Speaking of which, what you just mentioned now is a terrible time for something to break because there's no service providers available to help you.
Yes, I had that scare where I had a thing in SA we call load shedding, and after the load shedding was done, next morning my modem was completely wiped. All settings inside was gone. So I had that sinking feeling, that's it, modem gone, and well, where do you get another modem? So I saw 3 weeks being offline. Luckily it was just the settings inside the modem, but strange times we live in.
Find that for hard time as well. It's all okay, but then if something happens and boom, all your settings get wiped out. And once that settings change, yeah, it's a mission. Couple of guys win the 122s, low 122s. Got Carter Boy for 123 and you Bouch at the moment on a 124. But of course also you talk about normality, that's what everybody hope will be the case come the end of April. Of course, first day would have been the end, but of course got extended with another 2 weeks, so until the end of April, then we'll have to see what happens then. I think a lot of guys would love to go back to normal, but even if lockdown is lifted, it's not going to be normal. It's not for some time.
Yeah, I think that normal will become a word we use in brackets for probably biggest part of this year. And some things might never be the same. So
that's it, and it's affecting livelihood and stuff. So yeah, it's going to take some time to recover from this.
We'll all have to readjust.
And Gaff Peak retires.
Drama, yeah, at Albert Park.
Same guy, the same guy who actually won this race on Friday evening in the T&B League, same track.
Yeah.
And
he had an awesome race.
And he was actually on song and qualifying, and yeah, on his first hot lap, yeah, looks like he put it in the barrier. The same section here, just riding here with Alonso. There we can see him, right in the middle of track.
Yeah.
Alonso just having a first-hand view of that car, of course. But it still it doesn't mean it's all over. If he have a good race, good start, there's still points up for grabs. Because normally anything can happen at the start, and it usually does. 17 cars into that first corner, there's always an opportunity for something to go wrong.
And especially with the safety car deployment being now on the maxed out setting, means you can easily jump a few guys.
You talk about Max, I mean our first race of the season where T&B saw 4 safety cars in like less than 20 laps, and then there was 2 virtual safety cars as well. And Friday night at T&B gear was also 2 safety cars and like 2 virtual safety cars. So yeah, it's almost like somebody said the other day, it's actually making up for some lost time, because initially you didn't see a safety car, now you can't get enough of a safety car.
Yeah, I've seen it that some tracks it's off, it's too much, it's overboard, and some tracks it's pretty on par, where there's no issues. We've had incidents, and it's no auto safety car each time. So I think it's something that'll need the refinement and continuous tuning.
That's it. But of course, you can't get it spot on first time round, so it should be work in motion. But yeah, it's also something silly, 2 cars coming together but both being able to drive off, nobody retires, that should not trigger a safety car. Dukester goes fastest first sector for now. Pushing that Ferrari here, coming around this section where Gafbeek lost it. Watching that famous chicane we spoke about earlier.
Yeah.
See what he can do for his sector 2 time. Purple sector 2 as well. Taking a little bit wider entry so you just don't take too much of an inside curve. Keep it nice and steady. Maybe that's the line people should take, especially if they have issues in the chicane. Bit of grass there, kicked up a bit of dust. Second last corner now. DRS will open up. There we go, and now just for the dash for the start finish line, and he goes second. That wheel on the grass just cost him a bit of time. It's very close there. I mean, as you can see there, Mackett was 21.21, Dukester at 21.27.
Yeah, that is very close. But those two have been continuously at each other's throat, running similar pace, similar driving style, and their debut season they both ran in the Haas and absolutely dominated the constructors.
Okay, Maurice, just a reminder to please just do this relevant with your footage and send it to the stewards. We don't want to discuss it on the stream. There's definitely stewards, there's a reason for why it goes there. So if you want to take it further, please just submit your footage and stuff there.
Yeah, I can just advise the guys, this season there's an official rule. If you're gonna discuss your incidents on the chat, expect a race ban to follow.
Okay, and Quentin ZA goes fast as a 121.1. And I must say, it looks a lot better from Quentin tonight with regards to connection. He's not so in and out like last week in qualifying.
Yeah, look, if my memory serves me correctly, he was supposed to be sorted out by today. New service provider. Basically, just a change in the SIM card.
There we go. Mackett now goes fastest.
It was on a
120.7.
Telkom mobile. Sorry, Johan, and just to
I'm sorry
shift
for
up
interrupting
into
you.
Indian.
Just Mackett actually went in with the first guy to
I
break
see.
into the 120s.
27.96. What a lap. Yeah, so let's hold thumbs for Quinton. Like I've mentioned previously, I think he's on a new sim. Previous service provider was giving him endless headaches, and it was just a change of a SIM card.
But I think we all have been there. It's so frustrating. You want to race, you want to play with the boys online, and then your internet connection keeps you from it. I see Quinton's got the same helmet as YS, but Halloween pumpkin.
Yeah. Yeah, Jockey also has a special helmet going, but he's obviously serving his quali ban, so won't be setting a lap time. So we'll have a couple of fast drivers right at the back. I always love that scene, fast guys having to work their way through the field. That to me is the true sign of a champion.
I assume there was some sort of incident.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Stewart's
decision was to give a quali ban.
Yeah, I had a look at the incident. Basically, also had to do with Eau Rouge and a bit of lag, but it was a very unsafe track return, which ended Hugh's race. So,
okay.
Sanction was given as a quali ban.
Because even if it was not your fault, you must always be mindful of how you return, especially with a car approaching at speed.
Yeah. Another driver that's on a warning is Maurice. He's also been under the radar previously, but now got an official warning over aggressive driving. So I'm sure he'll also have a look at his style and just make a small adjustment.
At the moment, he's right in front at 120.4.
He's got the pace. That's always been a given with Maurice. It's just a problem that most of the fastest drivers have is having the patience to just work your way through the field and not at the very first instant trying to jump into a space that's not there.
And that was normally comes with that over aggressiveness. But like you said, it's just normally a slight adjustment. Not your driving style as such, it's just obviously calm down, don't try to take every opportunity, even half a chance, just think about it before just doing.
Yeah, I suppose that's something that only comes with experience. The more you do it, the more you see where you've made those mistakes and came off second best, the more you'll start thinking about it. Because all of us is racing drivers and we've all had that feeling. You know you're faster than the in front of you. You just know it. You know it a few laps even before you get onto the back of him, and just bide your time. It will come.
But of course, Maurice and his teammate, funny enough, his teammate is not here tonight, but they were pretty much on song there, front row, a pink front row back at Belgium.
Yeah, they almost caused the biggest upset in midweek racing.
And then internet connection or Eskom took care of his teammate.
Yeah, I mean they both, one tier 2 got promoted and in their first race almost ended 1-2.
Yeah, well, but you know what, unfortunately some things you can't control. You'll just have to make do with it. But it's so frustrating if internet or power failures come and ruin your race.
Yeah, look, haven't we all learned
I was just going to say, I think we all had our shares.
Yeah. Right, 2 minutes on the clock. Who is gonna take Maurice off the top? Not Dookster.
Retired.
Is that enough? Who else? Ranger Tervet's out and about. Quinton.
Mackett is still in the pits.
Noah Raider, interestingly, stuck at 7th spot, so not a spot he's used to.
Also in the pits. Of course, if these guys want to make a run, another run, they better come out soon.
Yeah, Quinton bails out, so he's not going to challenge that. Let's see Ranger Trevette coming around the second last. Nah, he's also heading into the pits.
South 1, Quinton is on his way out. No, he's actually on his way in, sorry. So he's also pretty much done because there will not be enough time to get out and do another lap.
Yeah, Quinton Zede shows out lap. Mackett, Maurice, Boinkies and the Carter boy. Let's see. Is there some drama still left in this qualifying session?
Mackett is on the out lap. He should have enough time. But,
yeah,
but Maurice also went out again. Maurice
yeah.
went out again just to counter him.
Yeah, we've got a 4-car shootout there. Maurice, Mackett, Quinton and Noah Raider. Looks like Noah has timed it perfectly. He's gonna be the last one.
Happy birthday to Gavin, you wish. Staffy, it's your birthday this month. But
yeah,
Staffy,
congrats,
I think
on
it's
Gatpick doing the egg challenge. Not, I don't know you get those small eggs, but oh,
yeah. So happy birthday, Staffy, whenever it is. I know it's this month.
And Captain Ice on Tuesday.
Yeah. You lie.
Oh, the big man on Tuesday.
No, you got the wrong date.
22nd.
It's Wednesday actually. Yeah, next Wednesday.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
a
you.
couple of guys have it in April. Of course, one of the part-time commentators, if I can, here at Midweek Racing, Jonathan, he also had his birthday at the beginning of April. Of course, there's still Wazi as well. A couple of guys in April, and we all celebrated under lockdown. No getting together and party.
Very, very special birthday this year. No one else can say they've got their birthdays like you guys.
Mackett is... No, the out lap is definitely invalidated.
Yeah, by the looks of it, there is no...
Quinton do?
There's Quinton maybe.
Punches in the pit, so... Oh, no, not like that. There goes Quinton, destroys the car.
He pushed too hard.
Way
so
too
that's
hard.
it.
Maurice comes around.
Let's see, this is just for honor now.
Yeah, because this is pretty much it. Everyone else is in the pit, so it's just him to finish. And he actually does improve on his time. Drop it down to 3:29.
100.
That's just bragging, right? That's all it is. Because you already had the place.
So that's the rundown. Maurice, Mackett, Dookster, Quinton, top 4.
And then of course Ranger Trevette, Quinton, Noah Raider, Emi Alonso, Conor Young and Boinkies making up the rest of the top 10.
Must say this season, this tier 1 has got such talent, such fast drivers. Making for an exciting season. There's no more free lunches.
I think, so Staffy, that's pretty much what, 26, so Staffy's for 26, I think Was is for 28th. Yeah, like you say, quail eggs. You say congratulations to Gavpick for doing it, but at the end of the day, quail eggs? You complain about a raw egg, but you eat raw quail eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know where we actually found them, to be honest, under lockdown.
Yeah, but that eggs that he's got
down in Ghana.
But it looks like his eggs he's get from the same place as Nismax, because those things are so white.
So, off to the race we go with Lee van der Rooyen also joining us from the back.
Yeah, he actually joined just after, shortly into the start of quali.
You also
So we'll have 18
to serve
drivers.
a quali ban in any case, so we'll count that towards his quali ban.
Maybe that was actually him taking his quali ban and pitch up, just pitch up after qualifying started. So yeah, it makes also sense. So 18 drivers tonight, nice full grid. Of course, a couple of guys already had their strategy selected. So as you can see, the countdown, the timer is there. We're almost done, 5 seconds to go. Steffi, don't be so negative. Stop thinking about it that way, then you will actually do better. Right, here we go. Just waiting for the formation lap to get underway. Here we go.
Let's see if we get some naughty guys. Another interesting feature, this formation lap, the guy that actually gets driven to from the back also gets placed on the on the grid. I don't know why Codemasters can't just hardcode that out.
Yeah, even if there's a bit of contact, just leave it.
I've had contact which doesn't result in any damage, but it's
Yeah, the slightest of touches set you at grid.
Look, I understand the same goes for safety car yellow flag conditions. They look much more strictly at any corner cutting, any contact. So, because as they mentioned, there shouldn't be any racing happening.
That's it, and if you don't race, in theory should not be contact.
Or corner cutting. So, yeah, unfortunately, the game does emulate what the real world's laws are trying to achieve.
But until you get 100% right and have a right system to run it from, you won't be able to imitate real life 100%. You'll have to get closest to it that you can.
Yeah.
I must say, Quinton in that Williams, that car just looks a bit of a handful. Did well in qualifying, but yeah, last lap crashed it, and car looks a little bit wobbly. There we go, front runners already starting to line up, just waiting for the last couple of guys at the back to come around and also take their place on the grid. Okay, Lee van Rooyen looks like in an Alpha. Even if it's not his car, of course, points will be assigned to his team and for him, of course, for the team that he actually signed up for. That
Yeah, I think he's a reserve driver anyways. Lights are going out. Let's try and time it the right way tonight. Let's see, waiting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Here we go, finally underway. Nice start there from Maurice, Mackett also clean away. Got Duxter in third, Quinton fourth. Top 4 getting away, but there's also Ranger Trevette holding on in the Red Bull. South 1 Quinton actually losing a place or two there. Conor Young up by 1 place.
So yellow flag notification, looks like there was some slight contact, but everyone seems to have come through the first corner at least.
Staffy at the back now. Jock also dropped a place down. Lee 16th. Looks like the things are happening at the back at the moment. Shows yellow flag in the first corner, but all the cars have made it through to the first corner. Yeah, everybody got away.
About that fine tuning. Guys are really looking up for the challenge here tonight. Side by side there, Ranger and Quinton.
Jock and Lee giving each other a hard time here. Because Jock is on the harder tyre, running a longer stint. Oh, Oh, and there goes Jock. Jock spins out. Not sure if there was contact. Well, sorry, not Jock. It's actually you. The other Mercedes. For a moment I thought it was Jock because one moment we had him and Lee battling, and then just next moment there's a Merc going out. But that is you. In plate he's missing, so there's definitely wing damage. Look, judging on the speed he's doing, I don't think he's going to try to drive with it. He's coming straight into the pits. There we go.
Yeah.
That will be a wing replacement. There goes that strategy. Both Mercs chose the same strategy. And funny enough, they're the only two drivers that started on mediums. Oh, and just for good measure, a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Add insult to injury there.
There you go, and he's on his way again. Looks like he stayed on mediums. Hard time here. Bit of a gap between them and Dukester. But Mackett not letting Maurice breathe easily. But Dukester and the Ferrari just staying in touch. Again, another yellow flag in next car. It looks like it's Carter Boy. Yeah, Carter Boy in Ross. Had a moment there, losing a couple of places. Here comes Staffy now. There we go. Staffy also passed him. Carter Boy down to 17. Maurice goes fastest yet again.
Showing his pace here, Maurice.
But Mackett still holding on. That gap is not increasing by much. Still pretty much staying there around.
Oh, on board, yeah, free wide into the third corner.
Ooh.
Imi, Quinton and Noah Ryder, let's see.
Quinton Zeta into 5th. Noah Ryder behind him in the other Williams.
The two teammates are having a ding-dong battle here. Imi just waiting, making a move here on Noah Ryder. Slight contact there.
And another yellow. Jock is actually now past gap peak as well. Oh, Dukester is out. Dukester retires.
Oh, that fast chicane has claimed its first victim. I don't know if there's a name for it.
And that also triggered the safety car.
But that's a bastard for me, that corner.
And it proved yet again why. There we go, just because we can see Dukester's car on the side.
Yeah, I
and a
would say
safety
that's
car,
a
drive-through penalty for
legitimate,
Ranger Trevette.
legitimate deployment. His car is in fact still on track, although
Yeah, a dangerous place there.
out of the way, but it's on the track, it's on the tarmac.
We should hopefully now give you a chance to catch up with these guys again.
Yeah, it's playing into Hugh's hands. And everyone else that had to field some
Just about to say, a
slight
couple of
front
guys will
damage.
pit, and here we go, pit lane relatively busy.
A whole host of them. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
3-second time penalty for Carter Boy now as well.
Over eager. Really no use in trying to hunt the pack down. You're under safety car, yellow flag conditions.
A couple of guys actually put mediums with that stop.
Yeah, this is not gonna help Dukester's case for the championship.
Ranger Durrett now in second place, deciding to stay out. So did Mackett. Looks like Maurice went on the hard tyres. But so did Lee.
Those hearts are not the best on this track, but look, not impossible. But I mean, to try and make them last the rest, why else would you go on the hearts? He doesn't want to pit again. Interesting call.
Looks like one of the guys actually experiencing internet is Jock. I see complaints about lagging.
Yeah, he's a serial offender, if one can call it that. He's got issues with his internet. He knows his ISPs by their first name. The amount of times he's told me they've been at his property to try and sort out, but all to no avail.
Now, one thing sorting out and another actually getting it sorted out.
Yeah, he's got that kind of lag which just the slightest. It's not a disconnection or a major, it's just a little small corrections on the vehicle that makes it very difficult for guys trying to make close moves.
Oh, it looks like you decided to put again. Yeah. Not
Can
sure
only
why.
mean he's damaged the front wing again.
And looks like another set of mediums.
It's just too late to see if he changed the wings.
He served the penalty from the previous stop. And he's on another set of mediums, so now you need to just catch up to those guys. Got new tyres, he can run with it quite a distance.
Yeah, so running down the field, Mackett, Ranger Trevet, Boinkies, Sniffleizer, Jockey, Maurice pitted on the safety car, so he's going to try and make it last till the end. Staffy in 7th, Quinton, Imi, the other Quinton, Noah Ryder, Connor Young, Lee van Rooyen, Gaffpik still in 14th. Looks like, yeah, he's
also make a stop.
So he also probably had some front wing damage. Belandel, Carterboy and Boucher.
But top 5 and Staffy but you haven't yet. Oh, and Belandel with a 5-second penalty, collision there with Gaffpik.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, the rules of the game, anything under yellow flag is you get probably double the sanction than normal. Slight track extension,
just a little bit too strict.
Penalty. I've added a slight track extension, instant 10-second penalty on me, so there's also the other kind of the side of the coin
but
where also saying
putting now, so there's definitely damage to that front wing.
Yeah, there's also the other side of the coin where Oaks are stating that look, we're on the safety car, we're not racing for position.
There we go. Landel serving a penalty. He's serving a penalty, and a new front wing is going on. So Landel running at the back, so he can still get close to those guys by the end the safety car comes in.
Yeah.
Because only lap 6 of 29. Another 23 to go. After this, anything can still happen.
Yeah,
so it's not all over.
Safety car should be in this lap.
Of course, intention will be on that top 4, all 4 on softs. Jack is in 5th on mediums. Here we go, just confirmation, safety car is definitely coming in this lap. So Mackett will just backing the back up. Oh, there we go, just what you spoke about. A 10-second penalty for track extension.
Doof, the hammer comes down.
And Carterboy also got one.
So, all eyes here
looks
on
like Mackett is setting it. Mackett has put it down, yes, he's on his way.
Yeah, he held him up, did it the proper right way and then set off into the distance.
Oh, Ranger Trevet out of the final corner into the barriers. There goes the front wing.
Yo, and how do you turn this car around? You have to wait literally for the whole
everybody to come past you.
Good on him.
That takes him all the way to the back.
Good on him for not doing what most drivers would do.
One more
trying
place
to
for
just
all of
get the car back on track.
all of those guys who stop now actually gaining a place. Oh, and Sniffleizer runs wide. That actually allows Maurice through. Maurice actually gained 2 places since the restart, and that's only like a few corners.
Yeah, and Gavpik also off the track had a major incident. Don't have any footage. I'll see now. Yeah, he's not having his front wing is gone. So another pit for the Gavpik. Having a disastrous race tonight.
From a winner on this past Friday at TNB, driving like this, it's like 2 different Gavins again.
Don't know if that egg is still affecting his system.
Quail egg. Oh, and Jack retires. And Maurice actually gained another place.
And do you want to know where Jackie came off second best?
Where our favorite place.
We gotta go do some googling and find out if that chicane actually has a name.
Exactly where Dukester, our first retirement, actually came off.
Yeah, he came off slightly more earlier, it looks like, and that only triggered a virtual safety car. That is helping the Gavpik slightly, but not enough. Virtual safety car is just.
But Maurice gained there 3 places on that first lap after the restart.
Connor Young
and
also
into the
pits.
tires, so he don't need to stop again.
Yeah.
Looking more and more for Maurice.
Yeah, so 2 previous league winners, Dukester and Jackie, out of the race.
Now Gavpik with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
But over eager there to get that wing changed. And I can recall certain Boinkies mentioning in the WhatsApp group, this steer is not for him anymore, too fast, and he's in P2. I don't know what's the problem.
What's his problem, exactly. Oh, and Emi Alonso also have a problem there.
Yeah,
very
he
slow.
came off on the grass.
And as you said, he went over grass again. Looks like he might have wing damage there, and yet from that angle he doesn't look like it. And Ibacha also the
DRS is now enabled.
safety
and
car,
another
safety car.
The pick is
Gavpik
gone.
retired. Why does it not come to me as a surprise? Things going wrong and all of a sudden there's a retirement. Seen
If
this
I
before?
look at the track map, it also looks like the chicane.
No, that looks more like the first sector. That's
No,
just
that's
after.
sector
That's
one.
just after you come out of sector 2, 1 into sector 2. Here we go, just riding on board with guys. There's Gavpik's car, as you can see there. It's just as you enter sector 2, that the right hander that you get, you went straight on. So not sure if he lost his braking point or he just went straight for the barrier.
So who is this now gonna assist? 9 laps, 3 retirements. Drama here at Australia, as I mentioned before.
Drive-through penalties are plenty popping up tonight.
A track that's supposed to be one of the easier ones, but
Penalties.
for some reason, definitely not.
Both
Only looks
Quintons
easy by the looks
now
of it.
keeping each other company, 5th and 6th respectively.
Let's see who's gonna pit. They all had a long time to make up their minds. Smart money for me is all these soft runners, Mackett, Boinkies. If I were them, let's see. Yeah, there's Boinkies into the pits, Mackett into the pits. That plays out perfectly into
puts
their hands
Maurice
now.
back in first place.
But-
And like I said, he's on hot tires, you don't need to stop again.
Yeah, but crucially, these oaks will now fit mediums, which would go easily until the end.
That's it. To go, you can easily do mediums to the end, which is of course a much faster tire than the hards.
Yeah, and those hearts will also be much older, so will be an interesting battle come lap 24, 25. Only guy now still on a soft is Quinton. He obviously has already pitted lap 4, not opting for his last final pit. Might be the wrong move there, but look, he's maybe thinking he's still got 6 good laps left in those softs.
Just saw a picture now, and it says tomorrow's challenge. And in the picture is an ostrich egg, packet of sugar, and a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people actually make themselves nauseous for those eggs, and some of them actually puked when the egg
Yeah.
came out. But it's not so bad, it's just you overthink it.
Yeah, I must say I tasted that egg until well into the evening in my mouth. Taste didn't want to go away.
Mine did, I did with vanilla vodka, and if you mix egg, vanilla, and sugar together, it's a basis for a cake. So mine tasted like a cake mix. But even some people actually mixed the egg and actually made it better for them to swallow.
Nah, look, my egg was mixed up and I'm of the opinion it didn't help me at all. And that yellow was broken, all hell broke loose in my mouth.
No, I think if that yolk actually is broken, it's actually more better swallow. If that yolk is still solid, it's like that big lump that you need to get on.
Yeah, so there's both sides of the coin here, and as we speak, Carter Boy gets a 5-second.
Yes.
The guys will have to learn.
How
It's
to drive under
much more strict under yellow flag conditions.
Under yellow flag, stay away from the car in front because you're going to get penalized more severe than usual.
No racing allowed, no corner cutting, no contact. Not even the slightest is allowed.
Even if you give a slight, even if it's the smallest of wing, none of you spin, it's still going to be a severe penalty.
There is no racing allowed, so no contact or cutting allowed. Finish and klaar, as they say in
And
Afrikaans.
yet you see the same thing happening race after race.
Yeah,
Before
guys,
people would learn from
for some reason think they're not gonna catch up to the pack, and then they give it plenty. And then eventually find there's still a lap parked off behind the pack before the safety car comes in. So all the rushing was for nothing.
Safety car coming in this lap, and I see Lee also made progress with his safety cars and just calling his stop at the right time. He's in 4th, also on hard tires, just like Maurice, same amount of laps done. So all 4 front runners did the same amount of laps on the tires. Difference is 2nd and 3rd place with 2 Quintons, medium and softs. 7 laps, so another 18 to go. It's a bit pushing those mediums. Quinton will definitely have to stop again because the softs will not take him to the end of the race.
Yeah. Right, and safety car in this lap. Everyone bunched up here.
And Maurice is going to have a go now, surely. Here we go.
Let's hope Ranger Trevet doesn't do the same thing. He's second last now.
Quinton Zeta is
coming around
with
the
him,
last
but
corner.
Safwan Quinton putting him under pressure. So those soft for medium tire, it takes a little bit longer to get up to it.
Hot off the press, Ranger Trevet disqualified from the session.
Oh,
He
there we
did not
go.
serve a
Oh,
drive-through penalty.
Quinton is losing places here. No, he managed to keep it up, but surely there's wing damage. Looked like he made contact with a barrier. Yep, end plate is gone.
Is that Quinton Zeta?
That's Quinton Zeta indeed, in the Williams. Mackett was all over him, but now it looks like Mackett is falling off a bit. Not sure if there was contact between them and if both of them might have some damage. But then again, it's only the end plate, the rest of the wing is still intact. It's possible to race with it like that. Oh, and there we go, Carter Boy retires as well. Had a very eventful race so far. 12 lap and already a good couple of is. Now Mackett back on that. Williams looking, just waiting for the right time to pounce. And Quinton Zede stays out.
As well as Mackett, so both of them.
Mackett is in the better position as well because he's done 6 laps less. Also, both of them on mediums. And then Boucher slowly but surely made it up to 6th place after being last at one. But first safety car came around just pretty much to help him because he was at the back some distance away, and now he actually made it his way up all the way to 6th.
On board here with Mackett. He's clearly getting frustrated, keeps putting the car on the inside line against Quinton. Quinton just managing to hold on.
Not really gaining there on Quinton.
Now he's had 2 goes at it, couple of corners back, both times getting his nose in. Now DRS
now
full motion. This is the easy one on the inside line. That gets it done. Now the shoes on the other foot. Quinton should now have DRS. Let's just see.
Quinton stays out still.
No. Oh, DRS is only enabled now. So that previous overtake wasn't even DRS.
Nope. Oh, and
Alonso has lost connection. Let's hope he gets back quickly.
Definitely outside the top 10 there, but he should also be fine at the end. I think you need to stop again. Oh, yellow flag, Connie Young.
Oh,
Connie Young is out. And it's another safety car, number 3.
Yeah. What can we say? Unfortunately, no footage. I would appreciate if the guys can actually send me their onboards when they crashed out, and we can forward it to Codemasters for a review. So that is now safety car number 3.
That's it, with 1 VSC as well.
So only 1 more sanction left. They only allowed 5 in total. So now, Saf 1 Quinton, according to me, is a have to pit.
That's it. There's no way. There's no way those softs, surely, there's no way that softs can last. And yes, we have been saying the same thing a couple of races ago at the race of pace, where Connor surprised us with how far he pushed his softs. But surely able from here to bring that car back with those soft tires.
Even the other Quinton and Boucher also, this is now the time, get rid of those mediums. 11 laps old already, 14 to go. That's 25 laps on a...
Yeah, and there we go.
I mean, that's the equivalent of 50 laps on a 100% race on the same set of tires. That's... I don't see that happening.
Mackett is safe, you don't need to stop again. So is Maurice.
Yeah, some massive names tonight crashing out.
In the bottom part where
I can
6 retirements.
Duxter, previous league winner. Jockey, season 1 winner. Gavpeak, won numerous other leagues. Connor Young, season 3 winner. What is happening tonight?
Australia is making it tough. Funny enough, of course, looking at TNB and looking at Midweek Racing, running the same race, of course, TNB first on a Friday, then Midweek on a Tuesday. The mortality rate at Belgium was higher in TNB Midweek Racing, and now with Australia it's the other way around.
Yeah. And I can tell you from spying on some oaks, the guys were practicing this track.
Oh yes.
They were sitting at home, they're busy, they pushing for the best
a lot of guys
times.
During the day talk about practicing. And I still want to hear what Staffy is saying. Yeah, I won't even make 10 laps. It's already lap 16 and Staffy is still there.
P6, what's the problem?
So Staffy, stop moaning, stop selling yourself short and just shut up and drive.
So let's see, Quinton ZA has in fact left, SAF1 Quinton has,
Here we go.
I didn't say left, has pitted.
Safety
So
car
both the
is
Quintons-
coming in.
Both the Quintons has pitted, so they now prime position P5, P8.
Staffy and Emil Alonso should also be set till the end of the race. And Mac is already on him. Mackett again, not letting Maurice get away. And of course, Mackett has got an advantage, the softer tyre.
Oh, Quinton
And there we go,
has left the
Quinton
session.
ZA has left.
It looks like a rage quit. He had some contact there with Sniffleizer. Tried to close the door on Sniffleizer. Ended
And
up
these two are pulling
sending his
away,
own car into the-
from Boykies.
So 12 runners left, 6 gone.
Actually 11 because that Quinton, that car's definitely ghosting.
Oh yeah, that's a disconnection or rage quit. Take your pick.
But Emil Alonso's car's also ghosting.
Yeah, he disconnected and looks like he's unable to get back into the lobby.
So there's actually only 10 drivers left. Yeah, the Red Bull and the Williams of Quinton are definitely coasting. Coasting cars there, 10 cars win pretty much in the race.
11 laps to go.
But in front, Mackett is still giving Maurice a hard time. Sub-1 Quinton managed to get past Boinky, so did Noah Raider. So Quinton didn't really lose much. He was in second when he came into pit, down third. And he sit till the end.
This last safety car played perfectly into his hands.
Made up good places.
He's now got 2 lap old mediums versus Maurice on 14 lap old hards.
I just want to do this for so we
Maurice is gonna have major issues defending here from these guys. And there's still 11 laps to go and he's already feeling the heat.
There we go, there we can see the biggest winner. The biggest winner definitely is Staff. Staffy made up 10 places. Then there is EH Bouchers who made up 6 places. And Boinkies made up 5 places. Mackett actually passed Maurice now. As I say, that's off on Quinton. We're back in stepping out, losing Ukove. Noah Raider comes past. But to regain control of the car and keeping it out of the barriers. So he fights to live, lives to fight another day. So Maurice is down in second place. Mackett passed him now. And it looks like Mackett is getting away.
DRS is enabled now.
Maurice will have a DRS.
You
10
can
laps
see
to go
the
after
effects
this
of
one.
those hearts. They now probably on that 40%, 35-40% wear. And see the grip levels isn't what they should be.
Yep, both cars at the back were definitely still ghosting. So none of those two came back and reclaimed vehicles.
So 10 runners left, you finish, you get points. Oh, Maurice almost
Big moment.
becomes third victim of that chicane. What that has done has allowed another 0.2 extension on the gap. It's now 1.002.
Mackett is moving out of that 1 second range, so Maurice will not have DRS.
Well, he's got one last shot at it. That 1 second gap just opened up
Raider.
after the detection zone.
Mackett went faster, Noah Raider went even faster. Noah Raider now on the move. He's got clear air to these two.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, Maurice is gonna have his hands full trying to defend these fresher tires
And
from the back.
and out of the three, Noah Raider's got the best tires of them all. So he should fancy his chances. He just need to catch up to the two. Boinky Soppa holding on to 5th place.
Yeah,
Lee still strongly in 6th.
yeah.
Remember, he started at the back.
Started right at the back, 18th. Worked his way up the field. All these safety cars have played into his hands.
And it is possible. I've seen it before. Of course, not Stian 303 is one where people I see do it. But starting at the back of a grid doesn't mean it's a bad place. If everything works out for you, you can actually win the race from last place. So never ever give up. I know it's not easy. Things go wrong, you just want to get out of there. But if you hold on, you can actually salvage something.
Yeah, I've seen that so many times. Looking down the field, Boucher here on the tails of Staffy. Fresher
of course,
tires, softer tires.
Yeah, but I still think Staffy's in better shape because Staffy's tires will definitely take him to the end.
Yeah, there's 8 and 5, 13 laps now. Well, that softs.
It's possible, but
they'll
the
do
mediums will still be towards the end.
Yeah. So equal battle here. Imi
Yellow
Alonso
flag,
pits, but
sector
that
1.
should. Yeah, that's still
That's
a
an
ghost
AI.
technique.
That's an AI. But once AI's got that car, like put all. Oh, there we go. Noah Raider
Oh,
becomes our
Noah
third
Raider.
victim. Noah Raider's the third victim of that famous chicane.
Can we call it the chicane of champions?
Probably. Canada, of course, have a wall of champions. Here we got the chicane. And funny enough, this one did not trigger safe. And yet
Yeah,
there's two,
look,
and
he
there's two
was,
yellow flags.
He was actually way off on the grass and not even on the tar there.
But there's two yellow flags.
So let me just run this down.
Ooh,
Jockey
and
season
Bill's got
1
wing
winner.
damage.
Okay, our season 2 winner is missing. Connor Young, season 3 winner. Noah Rader, season 4 winner. All claimed by the Chicane of Champions.
Well, it's been dubbed Chicane of the Champions tonight, because we saw how 3 previous champions got taken out here tonight. Down to 9 drivers, because those last 2 still ghosting. Definitely only 9 remaining.
Yeah. That gap at the front has opened up to 1,6.
And as you say, it jumps on 7.
Yeah. So next challenger now.
Oh, and the Chicane done it again. Another yellow flag in that sector. And this time it's Staffy, but he managed to still keep the car going.
So he's still a runner at least.
Didn't retire, just caught him out. End plate gone. Could have been
Looks
worse.
like there's front wing damage.
Just the end plate, he doesn't have the same amount of damage that Boucher in front of him has got to the wing.
So both of them are heading to the pits, I assume.
The staff is going to stay out. Like I said, it's only end plate. Only end plate gone on that Renault.
Let's see if this smoke is now able to catch Staffy. That's got a
went for the soft again. So he's definitely now he's on the better tire. He must just now make it work for him.
6 laps.
6 after this one, of course. So he'll make it. He must just push and catch Staffy at the rate of knots. Don't need to worry about the car in front. That's a ghost car.
Yeah, 28 seconds in 6 laps. I don't know.
But any the possibility of a mistake, and bearing in mind Staffy's got wing damage, it might affect the handling.
He's slightly probably driving at 80%.
Because if he can drive at 80 and Boucher can push at 100% for the next couple of laps, there's still a chance. He's now over 2 seconds behind Mackett.
That gap between Maurice and Quinton has not really closed. 4 seconds. In fact, it actually looks like it's opened up a bit. So that challenge from the back.
Yeah, Quinton is not unable to hold on to these two. Behind him, Boyk is also struggling to hold on. Of course, lap 25 here, so it's just another 4 to go after this. Mackett really pushing that Renault.
Yeah, giving his best, trying to stay ahead of Maurice.
Staffy in 7th, so it looks like good points tonight for Renault.
Yeah, that gap now down to 23,2. It was what, 26, 28? So dropping rapidly. Might come down to a photo finish, but Staffy goes into the pits.
Yeah, but wing damage getting too much.
He maybe saw
he's
looking
changing
6
the wing.
seconds a lap.
Changing the wing, he's putting on as well. Oh, and he's going to actually make out because you spun on that final corner. Pushing too hard. You probably saw that Steph came into the pit. So he was pushing like crazy to make up, and actually in the last corner he lost it.
Yeah, maybe put that vehicle on party mode, pedal to the metal.
And with that, of course, he gave Steffi a free get out of jail card. Of course, you just need one wheel wrong, and that will send the car spinning.
Yeah, this game very unforgiving on traction.
You 3.5 seconds, almost 3.5 seconds behind Steffi. Steffi is on the soft tire now, got a new wing. So he's set to the end and of course set up to counter Boucher.
Yeah, looking up the field, Maurice still 2.2 off, Quinton 4.6, so he is falling further back. No challenge for that second spot. Boinkies 9 seconds, Van Rooyen 10. Guys now considerable gaps between each other. Only battle now looking maybe Maurice still something, but by the looks of the pace that Mackett is displaying, I don't see that gap shrinking at the top.
Boucher closed the gap to just over 2.5 seconds. But I don't think there's going to be enough time to do something about that. No, Mackett is just absolutely in control here. It's his race to lose, so he must just make sure that he do all the small things right.
As we say that, the gap drops down to 1.9, so some small error made somewhere.
Boucher now losing time to Steffi. Steffi getting away. Yeah, no, pretty much the same. No one else really onto the guy in front.
Yeah. Now just to get to the finish line intact. As we say that, Maurice 1.7 behind Mackett. Is there some last lap heroics coming up here? Might be that those mediums are now falling off 18 laps old. Gap down to 1.4. Are we gonna see some drama here in the final lap? Let's see. Crucially, still outside DRS.
Maurice actually gained some time now. Oh, and there goes my co-commentator, also left the session. Yeah, on the final lap here. Yep, unfortunately, there we go. Just confirmation that my co-commentator has left as well. So Mackett is there leading. Maurice is chasing him, getting actually race range. Looks like these hard tires came back now. Here we go, there's confirmation. Mackett winning it. Maurice second. Very close in the end. Quinton comes over in third. 13 seconds. Boinkies, here we go. This should come around. Yeah, they definitely Boinkies will make it fourth. Lee will then take fifth. Snuffleizer coming around next. There's some gaps between some of these guys. See what Steffi can do. Steffi, the last guy to cross the finish line. All the other guys are over. Final corner now. Right, finally Australia is done and dusted. Couple of safety cars, virtual safety car as well, but at least we saw some racing, good racing. Just waiting for the podium ceremony to finish. Just confirmation, Mackett winning, Maurice second and Safwan Quinton third. Boinkies, Lee, Snuffleizer, Staffy, Valandel, Emil Alonso and EA making up the rest of the top 10. Good couple of retirements as you can see at the bottom, but of course also just keep in mind that Emil Alonso and Quinton were the guys who actually ghosted. Right, that actually concludes proceedings here at Albert Park. Thank you for joining, thank you for the support as always. Until next week, same time, same place. Of course, next week will just be in China. Till then, take care, stay safe, stay indoors, and practice the online racing. Till next week, cheerio.